We typically view the World Cup knockouts through a simple lens. The team with the most elite individuals advances. It's an evaluation based purely on the density of world-class talent on the pitch. The expansion to a 48-team format has altered this probability. With more nations qualifying, the tournament has become a high-variance environment where smaller squads arrive with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Three traditional favorites, Brazil, Germany, and the Netherlands, all topped their groups and carry the expectation of a deep run. Yet each of them is currently walking toward a specific set of circumstances designed to exploit their unique vulnerabilities. Success in this expanded bracket requires more than a roster of stars. In the single elimination phase, survival now depends on identifying the specific traps that turn a heavyweight's greatest strengths into their primary risks. The matchup in Houston pits Brazil's historical pedigree against a Japanese side that has spent the last 4 years attempting to dismantle their own knockout stage ceiling. Brazil utilizes wide overloads in a 4-2-3-1, relying on fullbacks to crush high. Japan counters by hyper-compressing into a 3-4-2-1, clogging the center. When possession is recovered, Japan targets the vacant spaces behind Brazil's fullbacks, springing vertical counters before the defense can reset. Japan proved this blueprint works during an international friendly in October 2025. They recovered from 2 goals down by exploiting these exact structural gaps to secure a historic 3-2 victory. Piercing this block requires a specific type of attacking pressure. Brazil's hopes rest on the individual variety of Vinicius Jr., who has to find a way to manipulate Japan's low block through sheer technical gravity. Japan has engineered a structural mismatch. They are weaponizing Brazil's own attacking momentum, aiming to turn the 5-time champion's offensive pressure into a tactical liability. Germany enters their matchup against Paraguay as the clear favorite, but they are walking into a trap rooted in a regulatory anomaly rather than a standard formation. Under the new Vinicius Law, any player who covers their mouth during an on-field confrontation receives an automatic straight red card. Paraguay's primary transition threat, Miguel Almiron, was caught by this rule during the group stage. His suspension for the Germany match removes the one player capable of relieving pressure for the South Americans. Without Almiron's pace to keep the German defense honest, Paraguay is forced into a narrow 4-5-1 defensive shell. They have no choice but to absorb 90 minutes of constant pressure. Surviving the Turkey match while shorthanded galvanized this squad. They arrive in the round of 32 with a survival instinct forged by that disadvantage, completely comfortable defending for long stretches without the ball. Germany is facing a team that has optimized itself for a singular purpose: grit. They aren't trying to outplay Die Mannschaft. They are attempting to survive them by becoming a hyper-motivated, unbreakable wall. The trap in Monterrey is defined by the environment. As the mountains surrounding the stadium suggest, this venue provides grueling physical conditions. The Netherlands must contend with 86-degree heat and a local crowd harboring a World Cup grudge dating back to 2014. These factors combine to create a physically and emotionally draining atmosphere. Morocco utilizes an aggressive pressing engine designed to exploit these conditions, aiming to disrupt the game's rhythm and transform it into an exhausting physical marathon. This approach targets the methodical build-up play favored by Ronald Koeman. The Dutch system relies on the physical hold-up play of forwards like Brian Brobby, who provide the structure for the Oranges' attacking moves. High temperatures eventually degrade that precise tactical infrastructure. As fatigue sets in, the game favors Morocco's physical conditioning and deep bench, allowing them to maintain high-intensity pressure while the Dutch system begins to stretch. Morocco has set a thermodynamic trap. They're using the climate, the noise, and relentless physical engagement to literally melt the Dutch game plan as the clock ticks down. The round of 32 functions as an evolutionary survival test. It reveals that the gap between favorites and underdogs is often filled by details that have nothing to do with a player's market value. Japan offers a structural cage. Paraguay provides a wall built on regulatory grit. Morocco uses the environment as a physical oven. In the 2026 World Cup, individual talent is only half the battle. If a team cannot identify the trap waiting for them in the details, that talent becomes useless the moment the trap snaps shut.